Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Bougie Sports podcast. I'm Yvette, your host, and I have the lovely Lysandra with me tonight.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I'm so happy to have you, of course. As always, I want everyone to know you can find us at bougiesports.net. And from there, you can follow us on YouTube. Please, we could really use all the subscribers. I hear an echo.
Do you?
Do you?
No. I think I'm okay.
I mean, do you hear an echo? Do I have an echo?
No.
Okay. Maybe I have to put my thing down. You guys let me know in the comments if you hear an echo. I can't have an echo tonight because tonight is a huge night because we just had the biggest game in sports for, well, some people. Not the game that we all wanted with the Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs, but I think the game that we all love to see, right, Lysandra? What did you think?
I'm always excited for the Super Bowl, and I know a lot of people weren't excited for the Chiefs and Eagles, but I personally was excited about the game, and I knew all along that the Eagles were going to win. I've been calling it. I think that it was Jalen Hurts' time to shine. He had a great Super Bowl performance last time and came away with a loss, but this time around he got it. So I'm happy for him.
Yes. Ethan said he does hear an echo. I hear an echo too. It must be on my end, which I cannot have. So I'm just, this is what I'm going to do. It was more of a media core opposed to a super. I don't know. I kind of enjoyed the spanking. I was really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought that the Eagles had the most dominant performance, and it was on display for the whole world to see. The Chiefs are a solid team, but I think that they kind of skated by this season on a few lucky games and some lucky calls, and I think they got exposed.
Oh, okay. So do you think that Patrick Mahomes, was shown that he's human, like he does have flaws?
He does have flaws, but I mean, I would say that we can attribute all of that to the pass rush of the Eagles. They had Patrick Mahomes scared in the pocket, running for his life, and they did a really good job of making sure that he didn't get rid of the ball right away. That is one thing that I noticed about the Eagles, is that they the games where the Chiefs were really on a good rhythm on offense, Patrick Mahomes was getting rid of the ball a lot faster within seconds, and the Eagles were making him kind of scramble for yards. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that Eagles defense was something else, wasn't it?
Was it? But it was like 5 or 6 sacks.
6 sacks.
Yes. That defensive line was ridiculous, and I think they kept it a 4-man rush the entire game. Yes. So that was very impressive that they were able to pull that off and still, get the job done.
Yeah, why don't you bring up some slides of the theme
of the game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I could do that.
And Let's see here. Let's see if I go back here.
Well, the first slide.
There she is.
Taylor Swift making the face that us Browns fans make all season. That's why I picked this one. But I would have to say that a dejected Travis Kelce. He looks very sad and lonely on the sideline. He didn't have a very good game.
What do you think Travis Kelce did? I'm gonna come back in 1 second. Just one.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, I'm going to pull up the box score. Give us just a second.
Better.
You're back?
Yes. I think there's no echo now, right?
I don't hear anything.
Yay. Yay. Okay, now we're back. Guess who's back? Back again. Okay, yeah, there we go. Sad Travis Kelce. Right before we seen this slide, we seen Taylor Swift. Everybody was thinking, how many times are they going to show Taylor Swift? Okay, I was thinking that. They didn't show her as many times as we all thought, but I think that's because Travis Kelce didn't get the ball as much as we all thought as well.
No, he only had 4 receptions for 39 yards.
Yes.
So, yeah, not a good game for him.
Sorry, guys. My camera's going over. I'm just trying to get my thing in.
No worries. Here's a shot of that defensive line getting to Patrick.
Yes. Okay, at the beginning of the game, we had the first call, right? Where we were like, oh my God, here it goes. Is this how it's going to go? They're already going to start getting all the calls, right?
Yep.
And I think that's what reignited, not that the Eagles defense needed anything to get them going, but after that, it just seemed like they're like, oh no, not today.
Yep.
I still hear an echo.
I'm not hearing anything. I have my earbuds in super loud.
All right. What do we have over here?
Jalen Hurts.
Anytime you can look at Jalen Hurts, right?
Of course.
I see what you're doing there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you asked me to put the slides together, so. But I got a shot of AJ Brown. He actually didn't have as many yards as Devontae Smith, and I had mentioned that in one of my parlays. I think he was going to have more yards than AJ Brown, and he ended up. I mean, it wasn't many yards, but enough.
Mm-hmm. Another person who didn't get as many yards as I expected was Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, I was going to touch on that because Jalen Hurts actually had more rushing yards than Saquon. Saquon had 57 and Hurts had 72 yards. So it was almost like Jalen Hurts kind of picked up the slack of the yards that Saquon that he didn't pick up due to the Chiefs focusing so much on Saquon. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I think that they didn't have to, The defense really did mostly all the work for them by, holding Pat Mahomes back. And it was nice to see, Jalen Hurts get back to showing that he's, a mobile quarterback.
Well, it was surprising that he had so many rushing yards because he did tweak his knee, I think, a couple weeks ago. And so I didn't really bet on him actually rushing much over 30 to 40 yards, but he killed it. And again, he picked up the slack that Saquon didn't have, and he put that team on his shoulders. It's crazy.
Yeah. What else would you like him to put on his shoulders, Lysandra?
Well, that's for another podcast. That's Bougie Sports After Dark.
Oh my God, I'm having so many issues. I heard echo now. It's really bothering me again, but maybe if I talked slower.
Maybe. I had to throw in the yellow Gatorade for Lana.
Did she pick yellow?
No, we were laughing about yellow because all I thought was PP yellow, and it ended up being yellow. So I was laughing my ass off when I saw it come out. So it was kind of funny.
I went for purple.
Yeah, I said blue. I said blue. I had to get this shot because, I mean, why not?
Right.
Because why not?
I
mean, Jalen Hurts celebrating.
Because why not?
Because why not? And holding the Lombardi trophy. again, I think that this Super Bowl is well deserved. He actually outperformed how I thought he was going to perform in the game.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
Is there an echo? Oh, tell me. Maybe don't, because then I'll have pressure about that. Yeah, but that was awesome. Um, so what was the score again? 40-20 something?
It was 40 to 22.
40-22.
Yes. I've kind of figured that the game was over by halftime, and I heard that by halftime the odds of the Eagles winning was going to be 99% at that point. I think it was said that it was 99% odds to win by that point.
Well, I
So,
thought that if anybody can come back, it's Patrick Mahomes, right?
yeah, I thought there's
Yeah.
plenty of time. I mean, he
Mm-hmm.
is known for making comebacks, and it just wasn't their week. I mean, the Eagles defense stepped up and kept Patrick Mahomes running scared. So, and of course, the offensive line of the Eagles. Jalen Hurts had all the time in the world to get that ball out.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. For
Yeah.
sure.
When we went to halftime and the the Kansas City didn't have anything on the board, I was stunned, to be honest. I did not expect that at all.
No, not at all. 24 to nothing at halftime. And it was crazy because there was an interception right before halftime, and that led to yet another touchdown. So that was ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
The mayor says there is a slight echo, but better than before.
It's January. Oh well, whatever. If there wasn't something wrong, then it wouldn't be Bougie Sports. Yeah, yeah.
That's okay. The
If
show
you
must
want
go
something
on.
perfect, watch ESPN. You wouldn't be watching something on this, right? That's right. All right. Well, the Super Bowl has come and gone, but one thing that is not gone is the fashion. We still are going to talk about it because there was a lot of fashion at the Super Bowl before and after. We had the NFL honors, and that always.
Yes. That was snappy.
Sorry, I had to watch that part right there. But yeah, yeah. Sorry. Let's talk about Tom Brady's jaw. No, let's talk about. Well, we can talk about Tom Brady's jaw. It is so chiseled, isn't it? What happened to Tom Brady? He used to be
He got some
so
work done.
handsome. He's like the robotic man. I blame Giselle. It was ever since he started dating her. That's when he started getting the Botox. He started doing everything to the face.
Yeah.
It's all her fault.
He looks totally different from when he started his career with the Patriots to now. So I know that maybe
Yeah,
there's some enhancements there.
maybe. I
Maybe.
mean, there. What are you talking about? That his whole face is enhanced.
I know,
It's
just
not his.
everything.
He doesn't. Yeah, but what do you think about his suit? Because that's what we're talking about right now.
I don't know about the tie. Everything else is okay. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know what you expect from a suit at the Super Bowl, but I don't dig the tie.
Right? Are you talking about
Some.
plastic surgery?
How about some?
No, it's
Okay.
more like some. I love it.
A
Yeah, too
lot.
much, too much.
Let's see
All
what
right,
else we got.
yeah. Taylor Swift with Ice Spice. In her suite, Taylor Swift got booed. That was a big talk, and she was like, "What's going on them?" On the other hand, Donald Trump was also attendance at the Super Bowl, where he was greeted with a great welcoming. What did you think about the Eagles fans booing Taylor Swift? And what do you think about her outfit? Is that a boo?
Of Taylor Swift's outfit?
Mm-hmm.
I heard it was like $6,500 or something like that.
For the
Her
white
outfit.
tank top?
Yeah. Yeah, it was something ridiculous like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
To be rich.
Yeah.
To be rich.
And what did you think about her getting booed?
I would have to say that was just angry football fans that were probably anticipating that she was going to be on camera most of the time.
That's
So,
exactly. I think that's just Eagles fans being Eagles fans.
mhm.
And if I was like a girlfriend of a
Well,
team member, I would be like loving it, and I would expect them to boo me
well,
because
you know,
yeah,
the other facet to it is that her dad was a big Eagles fan, and so she used to rock Eagles shit.
yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that Eagles fans are not pleased with that. So I could see why she would be booed.
Yeah,
And there
I'm
were a
gonna
lot of Eagles fans there.
give a shout out to our girl,
Hi,
Tiana
Tiana.
Bodinkla. What's up? Is this our? Oh my God, this is our voice. Is this Flavor Flav?
I
I
think
think I have
so.
two Flavor Flav. This is Flavor
I
Flav. I
think you
think of the night
do.
before here at one of the Super Bowl parties.
Yeah. Yep.
What do you expect, right? That's just his
It
brand.
is who it is. Okay, this right here is the reason why they lost. Is the green suit. That's what he gets for
Oh,
trolling him.
you think?
I called it immediately. I was like, look at this asshole walking out with the green suit.
I mean, but he's also Kermit.
True, but come on now.
Yeah.
Why pick a green suit? You're about to play the Eagles.
I mean, if any one
There's
of
no
them lost
coincidence.
in the game, it was Travis Kelsey, who we'll see his outfit later. That was pretty bad too. Yeah.
Yeah. So that right there was bad juju. Yep.
I agree with you.
And of course, the lovely,
Oh yeah.
lovely. That he's rocking the shit out of that purple, I'll tell you that.
Oh my God, that looks like he looks like a winner, right?
Yeah. A confident man. We all love that.
I love it. I think he looks sharp as can be. Not many people can pull out Barney like he did, but
And then DeAndre Hopkins, I believe this is his dad's fur coat that he wore.
I mean, any homage to John Elway, I love a fur coat. I think I actually have that coat. It's such a look for me. It never goes out of style. He looks like a mob wife. It's a yes.
Yes, absolutely. And Saquon. Is that like a denim suit or?
I think I don't know if it's a denim suit, but I think he looks so good. It is nice and tailored, and again, he can do no wrong.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. I give that thumbs up too.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no idea why, but I think I don't know what to think of this. I guess like flare pants are in for guys right now, but I don't know how I feel about that. What about you?
Yeah, I think it's way too much red. I think that the flare pants on Kendrick Lamar looks really good, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah. I'm not digging the flare look. And then the handbag. It's large. It's too large. Okay. Hollywood. Rocking the leather. I think, do you remember Eddie Murphy Raw with the leather outfit? But he wore purple leather. But it's very, very tight fitting. I don't know. What do you think about it?
I think he looks good. I think he pulls it off.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
I just immediately thought that. Is that Blade?
Yes. Isn't
It
that
does
Wesley
look like
Snipes
Blade. Yes,
or Arsenio Hall?
that was Wesley Snipes, girl.
Oh.
That
Oh
was
yeah,
too
this
much.
is that. This is the Kansas City defense player that I can't pronounce the last name of.
Oh my God, Roger. I wore this exact thing to the St. Augustine mixer in 1984. Yeah, that's lots of rhinestones. I don't know. And you said this was Charles Omanejo? Or,
Yeah.
okay, I can't say his name. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to
I
butcher
mean,
it.
I think he has a good vibe. I think he pulls it off again.
I don't like the bag.
Yeah, you're not filling the bags.
No, I don't know. And what do you call it? A man purse, a satchel? I mean, it looks like he has a
Purse.
weekend bag there, but
Like,
and they look so good together.
yeah. Josh Allen, Haley Steinfeld. That's at the NFL Honors where he won the MVP award. Uh, much deserved for Josh Allen. What do you think? Or do you think it should have went to Lamar Jackson? Or maybe, just maybe, is there argument should have went to Jalen Hurts?
I feel like it was deserved. I think that Josh Allen had less to work with offensively, and yeah, that is what I'm going with. I'll die on that hill. He No, I think it was deserved. He did have less to work with. And what's crazy is I thought that the offense would explode with Amari Cooper getting traded to the Bills, but he ended up having maybe 200 and some total yards for the season. It's like he just didn't fit into the offense, or I don't know what the deal was with that, but very surprising to me. And despite some of the injury he had with his receivers, he still found a way to get the ball down the field. So I think it was deserved.
Yeah, I think he could have did a little better with the outfit. It's kind of like blah, right? Like boo,
Just
boring,
black.
blah.
I think he was just trying to
Just
match his
blah.
lady. He's trying to
Yeah.
match his lady, I guess.
You know who's not in this slide, which I really missed an opportunity of, was the hot piece of ass Bill Belichick and his little
He,
girlfriend.
oh, he's winning though. I mean, you can't really hate on Bill. Seriously, did you see her dress with that
I don't know
cutout?
if he's winning. I did see her dress. I did see her dress. I don't really know. I think she's okay.
Hey, you know what? Good for him.
Good
He caught
evening.
himself a young piece there.
Well, there you go. Lysandra approves this message for Bill Belichick.
Yeah. He was winning on the football field. Now he's winning in life. So
I'm here for it.
I
Boy.
don't, it's too plain, and I don't dig the little tie thing. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, like Joe Burrow, you're so handsome. You're so it. You could pull off anything. Any designer would want to dress you. Like you could have any suit that you want, and that's what you come out with. You really are giving Lana like proof to saying you do look like Macaulay right there, Calkin and Home Alone, and that's like an oversized suit. You just I don't know. No, you could have did better.
Yeah, the suit doesn't even, it's not, doesn't fit. Doesn't fit, doesn't look right.
Yeah.
I don't know. All black.
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
My curious.
My sentiments exactly, Mike. Whoops.
Terrible. Hated it. I hear an echo.
Jaden Daniels. What do you think of it?
Um, I think he's young. I think it's in his style. I think he can wear whatever he wants. And I also think he's also gonna take Myles Garrett, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. He looks skinnier than I thought. I don't know. He does. I didn't expect that, but okay. And Kay Adams is so pretty. Every time I see her, I
Yeah,
love
she
her.
always looks great on the red carpet when they do anything. You're always looking for Kay Adams because at least she'll come with style. And she does it again. And this piece, I think it looks so pretty. And it fits her perfectly. I like the hair. She looks great.
Yeah, I agree. Simple. A man that looks like he wants to be traded. I don't know.
That says that I don't want to live in Cleveland no more.
It does. It's like a funeral outfit,
Yeah, it does.
all black. What else do we got? I love Denzel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand the hair thing, but it's okay. He can do no wrong,
Yeah, they look good.
for sure. And Flavor Flav again. You had a thing for Flavor Flav
I
today.
must 2 times. We caught him at the at both places. Yeah, he looks nice there a little bit more. That's his dressed up version.
We had one more.
Oh yes. Yes.
There were so many things said online about this. The first thing I heard at home was Dirk Diggler. I don't know. What do you think about it?
I appreciate him trying to throw back to the 70s. I'm not quite sure. He couldn't pull it off, obviously, because the public did not like it. And maybe it's just too much of it or something. I don't know. The hair and
It
everything.
does look like some shit from Blow. Remember the
Yeah.
outfits they wore in that movie? So,
Yes.
yeah. So that is it for the Fashion Blitz.
That was awesome.
It was. Totally.
Mm.
I'm parched.
His performance to match that outfit. Well, yeah, let's talk a little bit about some more performances. Every year, this Super Bowl has a halftime show, and no matter what, there's always going to be some controversy when it's over. I honestly don't think there is ever going to be an act that would please the world. And that happened again this year when Kendrick Lamar performed the halftime show. What did you think of it? Let's start off.
I would say the message and the vision and all that stuff was great. But for the Super Bowl, not so sure that it was the right choice. I mean, when you think about the Super Bowl, you think about performances just being, grand and crazy, like Lady Gaga jumping off the side of the stadium. And once you've seen that shit, you're just like, oh, that's it. So that's my take on it. I think that he had a political message with it. And then, of course, he had his oh so dear message to Drake, which was hilarious.
Drake.
But outside of that, I would say that maybe something that had a little more pizzazz in regards to action and all that stuff, because that's really what people want.
Yeah, I think you're right. There was a lot of people that complained that it didn't have any energy. I think I just expected what I got. I knew Kendrick Lamar's music, so I was familiar with a lot of the songs that he performed. I was excited for the big hit, right, which he kind of teased throughout the whole entire thing. We have a slideshow, don't we?
With the halftime show, we do. Yeah. Let me grab it. Just a shot from the top there.
Yeah, we couldn't use any music because we would get tagged in it. So
yeah,
we don't have any music here, but you guys see here, he had kind of like Samuel
This is my
Jackson.
favorite part. He's one of my favorite. He's like on my bucket list to have a beer with.
Right.
He is. He totally is. I can just imagine how many times I'd hear the word fuck in sitting with him after about 6 or 7 beers. But yeah, I liked him. And of course, Serena sea walking was the other highlight.
Yes, I mean, here that says watching Serena Williams dance was the best part. Girlfriend of Drake.
So was SZA.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was totally trolling Drake.
Do you
Totally.
think that it was a little bit too much of trolling Drake, that maybe the attention was put on his hatred for Drake and not used as an opportunity to sell his music since he was on the biggest platform?
I don't really think he gave a shit. They don't even get paid to do this performance, and I think that just being able to troll Drake on the biggest stage in the world at halftime of the Super Bowl is almost like a got him moment. Like he won that one. So that was a huge like middle finger F you to Drake. And I think it was hilarious because he pulled out the ex-girlfriends and everything. So I thought it was great.
And the smile in the camera was it was epic, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Hi, Kendrick. I thought that was pretty cool how they did that, the choreography with that.
Yeah.
Ah, we have a poll.
Pull, 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 pull. Now, see, my echo sounds good that for that part when I go like, because I have a backup like pull, 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 pull. What did you think of the halftime show? Okay, loved it. WTF or eh? So you could see one with 42%, closely followed by what the with 37, and loved it. And I think the people that loved it were probably already fans of Kendrick Lamar, correct?
Yeah, for sure. That's a fair statement.
Yeah.
He owned it. How about Paul and Ringo next year? That's very random. But I don't think people want to see Beatles anymore. Maybe some, but okay. This one here, I have to go with AC/DC and Guns N' Roses because those are like on my playlist, my constant favorites. I always have AC/DC and Guns N' Roses going, so that would be a hell of a halftime show. Is that would be the one? Would that be the one you pick?
um it would be a toss up between I wish I could put Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo to make it a Wicked, but I know that wouldn't happen. But yeah, I think I would like also Elton John. He's never performed. None of these performers have performed in the Super Bowl before.
Well,
So
they say next year Super Bowl is going to be, I believe, in the Bay Area, and somebody was calling for Metallica to be halftime because they're from the same area or something like that. But that would be awesome too. I'd be down for some Metallica.
I was gonna say, "Take me back to the Paradise City,"
City
but
where
that's
the
not
grass is
Metallica.
green.
That's not
That's
Metallica
Guns N'
though.
Roses.
Okay, there you go.
But Enter the Sandman would be a good one for
Yeah,
Metallica. That's my favorite.
E40, big
Oh,
time, a timer.
down for some
Sprinkle
E40.
me, sprinkle me, sprinkle me. I would take that.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so uncomfortable, like sitting on this chair like this with my fan.
Well, that was it
But
for those slides.
those were the slides, you guys. But yeah, that was a halftime show. Like I said, it would be hard to find an act that would please everyone. So
Yeah, I just think that halftime, it just depends on the crowd that you're playing to.
right.
So that's just how it is. So what else you got lined up today, Yvette?
I
That
know.
wine's hitting you.
I was just thinking that to myself. Yes, I'm wearing today the green for the Eagles. EAGLES
I'm wearing
Eagles.
Chubb.
Yeah. Oh, what I'm glad you showed me that because I do know what we have next.
Yeah.
Also who was at the Super Bowl this weekend was our defensive end, Myles Garrett. Uh
Yes.
let's talk a little. We have a little clip here we want to show you guys, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Here last year.
Yes, sir.
Well, we spoke to each other last year. you look me square in the eye and say you was gonna get the DPOI. Okay, you got that thing.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get that thing this year?
I don't know if I can make such a guarantee.
What would you say is the reason why the team may not have had the success that y'all had last season?
I mean, we definitely have to roll through multiple quarterbacks, with Deshaun getting hurt, DTR getting hurt. I'm next guys.
So normally when players of yours goes public with a trade request like this, the question is why. But you already kind of answered why in your statement that you put out. I'm paraphrasing a little bit here, but you said you want to play in the biggest games. You want to be on a contender. This is not about individual accolades or money for you.
It went down. I wanted to take my time, talk to my family, and really not make it an emotional no response. So I just sat down for a little bit, kind of let it all just relax and everything calmed down, and I still felt the same way. And I figured it was time for little transition.
There was a moment, I think it was in December, when you were asked about Lawrence Taylor and how you guys, I think you're the first person since him to have like 12 sacks in 5 seasons or something like that. And your response to that was like, that's great, but people remember Lawrence Taylor for Super Bowl. So I think looking back on that moment, was that already kind of like in your mind, like, oh man, I'm starting to think about legacy in addition to what I'm doing?
And I'd always thought about that, but I always try to stay in the moment, win games, be here with my brothers, don't worry about everything else. But that also comes into play. Us as individuals, we think about our legacy and how we'll be remembered and what we want to accomplish. And it's never been about money for me.
We'll get to the rest here in a second.
Yeah. So yeah, sad.
See, I'm okay with him wanting a trade, but now it's like, I just saw him with Mina Kimes. I just watched him with Rich Eisen. I just saw him on ESPN pre-game Super Bowl. Like, he's making kind of a media circus about it now at this point. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm kind of like shocked that he's being so public about it because he's usually not that talkative, especially with the press. So to just be so vocal makes me think maybe he had conversations with, the Browns before and didn't get a response from them. And maybe this is his way of getting a response.
Well, he did say that he did talk to them. So this did not come as a surprise to ownership that he was coming out asking for a trade. And it's not even about the money. And a man who doesn't, I don't know. I mean, they say it's not about the money, but let's be real. Everybody has their price.
Right, but he's more to him. I think more about winning, right?
Yeah.
And let's see. Mike says over here that he's not getting traded. No chance. Is there a chance? Do you think, Lysandra, that Myles Garrett stays in Cleveland?
This is going to be very touchy because it depends on how passionate and how badly he truly wants to leave, because he could end up being denied a trade and just retire like Barry Sanders or Megatron of the Lions. So you never know what can happen, and I'm very interested to see what the outcome is, because he very well could just say screw it and retire too. I don't know. He does have a lot of football left in him, so it could be one of those things where there's a holdout too.
Yeah, I think another trend that comes up a lot with Myles Garrett is that there is no stability in the quarterback room. So that has a big impact on whether or not he's going to stay. Do you think what the Browns do in the draft, or is there any way we can fix that so that he does stay? Or do you think that
it's crazy because there's he has been kind of making his rounds in the media, and it almost is like it kind of happened overnight. I feel like something happened for him to just kind of run around and voice how badly he wants to leave.
Yeah. sorry, I'm listening to you and I'm reading this. I love that he did that, right? I mean, like,
Yes.
come on, that is like the new. We all have to like give him his props. He said, "Stay home, don't go." And they also said Nick Chubb also said he wants to stay in Cleveland.
I know. See, that's where, I mean, with sports how it is right now, I think even Myles Garrett pointed to the fact like if Doncic could get traded, then anybody is fair game. Nick Chubb, he expressed his want to stay, but so did Myles Garrett, and look where he is right now. But I see Nick Chubb being a little more genuine in his want to stay in Cleveland. He's just one of those players that's just loyal to the team that he plays for, and um, to see him go would be another kick in the gut for, or another punch in the gut for the Cleveland Browns fan base, I think.
One of the places that Mina Kimes mentions later on in the interview for a potential landing spot for Myles Garrett is Washington, with that young quarterback who does have the potential to give Myles Garrett what he's looking for in a championship and has years of football to give. And Jaden Daniels, what do you think about Myles Garrett going to Washington?
That would be crazy because the Commanders they were so close to being in the Super Bowl, so it would make sense that would be one of the teams that he would be willing to go to. He said he wanted to go to a winning team or a team that is on the cusp of winning and taking it all. So I see the Commanders being something realistic. Quite honestly, I would like, if the Browns were smart, they would trade him out of the AFC. But who knows what they are gonna do?
But wouldn't you argue that the Browns were close to giving him that, like just 2 years ago, 3 years ago, before the
Yeah, but a lot's
Voldemort
happened
trade?
since then. A
Yeah.
lot's happened, and he has mentioned the lack of consistency at the quarterback position. And I mean, what is a team? What is a winning team without a winning coach and quarterback combo? You know?
Right. And you need a what's a team without a quarterback? Mike says here trade him to the Giants for their best value out of the AFC. Do you think, speaking of the Giants, were they the big losers in the Super Bowl, seeing Saquon Barkley win the
They
Super Bowl
were
ring
the
this
biggest
year?
losers of the Super Bowl. They sat at home and watched a dude that they let walk. I think it hurts even more at the fact that Daniel Jones isn't even with the team anymore, on top of the fact that Saquon is with the Eagles. So I'm pretty sure that the Giants are kicking themselves in the ass right now. But you live and you learn, I guess.
You know, it's like funny. Well, not funny to think about. Well, I'm just going to mention this right now because um, the Eagles, there was a lot of talk about locker room drama and tension between, Jaden Daniels, Nick Sirianni, AJ Brown, and yet they seem to put that behind them and win the Super Bowl. What do you think about Nick Sirianni as a coach? He's like has that crazy kind of like
Oh
personality
God.
that matches the Eagles fan base. So
It does. He has that. I mean, but he's even talked shit on his own fans. So I just think he has that. I mean, everybody says the Philly is the city of brotherly love, but did you see what they did to their city after they? I don't know. I just haven't seen that Philly fans are the nicest, and I think that Sirianni embodies what the Eagles fans are.
somebody else told me that. I did not know that he's from
Yeah,
around this area. Did he go to
yeah,
school
I
around
heard
here or
that
did he play
before.
football around here or something?
Yeah, I can look real quick. Where's Nick Sirianni from? Well, it says Jamestown, New York, but he was All Ohio Conference as a senior in football. So he did go wide receiver at
Not even then.
Mount Union.
Bandit.
Yep.
Ding, 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 ding.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for commenting on YouTube, by the way, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yes.
I looked and there was like 2 new followers to Bougie Sports in the last month. Woohoo! Ding, 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 ding. Moving on up. Were you guys one of them? I hope so. But you can be one of them by following right now. Oh my gosh. So something else that's coming up this week is Valentine's Day. Are you a big fan of the Day of Lovers? Or is this a fake? Or is this one of those things when you're married for a while, you don't have to celebrate anymore?
It's fun to celebrate when you don't have the kids with you and everything. But I mean, I don't make a big deal of it. If I end up making plans, I make plans. But it's just a Hallmark holiday for me. But I don't make a big deal about it if I don't get flowers and chocolates and stuff. So I'm pretty easy.
You do know what the best day is. The February 15th, the half off.
Yeah, everything is half off. It's
It's
like that for every holiday, so why even
chocolate candy.
celebrate? God.
I know. I mean, listen, I would be okay with someone saying, you know what? If you let me give you your Valentine's Day chocolate on the 15th, I'll give you double than I was going to give you. I'd be like, I'll take that. 'Cause
For
you get more
real. Can we
bang for
just
your buck.
celebrate on the 15th, babe?
Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming and thank you for watching, you guys, with my echo.
I swear I don't hear an echo, girl.
I hear mine. It must be only hear mine.
I really don't hear anything. And I
Blame
have
it
like
on the rain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Milli Vanilli.
Yeah. You can blame it on the rain. Because the rain. Okay, you guys. Now, as you can tell, yeah, line is starting to set in. But yes, I talked about this earlier. When it comes to things that I don't like to be cheap about, chocolate is one of them. Don't come at me with the no Palmer's chocolate, or I mean, you can give me like Reese's and stuff like that, like the good stuff from. I mean, I guess that's like the bottom shelf for me. As the most bottom shelf you can go is like Snickers or Hershey's. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Don't go below that, like dollar store candy or anything like that. But only above. I love like good chocolate, and especially on Valentine's Day. So yes, wait for the day after.
Get all of it half price.
It's 2 in the morning for you. What time? Where are you at? No Cavs. Oh, speaking of Cavs, what's been going on with our Cleveland Cavaliers? Can you give us a quick little update, Lysandra, on
Well, the Cavs just picked up DeAndre Hunter in a trade, and I think he played last night for the first time. And or was it 2 nights ago? Everything is kind of, but they dominated, of course, as always. And I believe they're not playing tonight. That was the one thing that Mike was just saying. But no, the Cavs they're clicking on all cylinders. I still think that they need a couple more games. I want to see how Hunter fits into the mix here. So it's too early to tell, but so far, I mean, he looked pretty decent.
I have not gone to a Cavs game yet. I know. When I bent over that right there, what do you guys think I did? A, B, smoke my vape, or C, grab some more wine?
What
Cavs
now?
played. Never mind.
I was like, what are you
It was
asking?
dirty.
Oh my God. Like, what are you asking?
I said when I see, okay. At least somebody was paying attention.
See.
I
Yes,
said
you
when
would be
all right,
grabbing.
I'll say it again because it was funny. It wasn't really. Okay, now it's not gonna be that funny because I set it up to be funny. I said when I just bent down like this to go like this.
Oh, that. Oh.
Yes, was I
Girl.
A, B?
Girl, it's wine. It's totally wine. You've been hitting that wine all night.
Yes, I have been. I have been. Well, it's that time of year where you hit the wine really good. Yes.
Yes,
And I
Valentine's Day.
love like drinking and potting. Potting and drinking is so fun. Friends don't let friends drink and pod.
I know. The last pod I should not have
Oh
drank.
yeah, that's right. It
Oh
was
God,
fun though.
that was terrible. I was just sitting there in silence, like, what am I supposed to talk? Shit. Okay. Sorry. Sorry.
Well, that's the luxury of having only 2 subscribers every 3 months. You can do
There.
things like that.
So not many
You know,
people
if
will
you want
see
to
it.
knock out, like, just go ahead. Nobody's watching, right? Oh, okay. Well, I'm happy for you. Now, just make us feel bad, Michael. Rubbing your face. Oh, you guys.
Oh
Oh,
God, now I feel even worse. I'm sitting here just down in beer.
I know. Thank you for that.
Thanks, Mike.
As yeah, we're drowning our sorrows, but
That's okay. I'm drowning my sorrows away in being a Browns fan, and I'm glad for the season to be over so that we
yeah.
have things to look forward to. We have a draft coming up.
Yes, we do. A lot of talk will be happening. Well, a lot of talk is happening around this draft, and like I said, the concerns with the quarterback position. Can we fill it in this draft when we know that there's not really great quarterbacks in this draft? They're probably in the draft next year. So is it the time to attack and take that quarterback, or do we take another position and go for a more long-term player?
I think it really depends on what happens with Myles Garrett and what we get for him. Because we can go for a quarterback, but then we can go for an edge rusher. Um, but then who knows when if we're just going to go with a veteran quarterback. Uh, we have number 2 in the pick in the draft, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This one's a hard one.
And the Tennessee Titans, I think, have the number 1, right?
Yes, they do. So they're saying Cam Cam Ward to the Titans. They're saying I've heard Browns picking Sanders, and then we have anyone but Sanders, please. So I mean,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Well, I mean, I've been keeping with I'm scared with the Shador Sanders because of his dad. Do I want that kind of drama that brought, like OBJ kind of a drama in the locker room? And if things don't go right with with Shador, is his
Yeah,
dad gonna take us down? I know these are the things I think about.
I
Um,
had that thought too. That's like we're going from like a behavioral issue with the last guy to bringing your dad to work. And we
yes.
all know how well that went with OBJ, having his dad chime in on work there. It just added fuel to the fire. So honestly, it wouldn't hurt to go with a veteran quarterback and pick up one, and maybe go for an edge rusher.
Yeah.
I don't
Well, we
know.
have Abdul Carter in there, right?
Yes,
We
I
have
was
a
just
couple
gonna
edge draft
say.
rushers in this draft that we can look at, especially since Myles Garrett. And that's what I'm saying. Do we miss out on one of those great guys, especially if we're gonna lose Myles Garrett and take a hit on like a Shorter Sanders that is gonna be a big miss? And I'm coming from the side that I'm a Browns fan and I'm used to being like disappointed, right? So I'm
Yeah,
scared with a big name, especially with his dad
yeah.
and
I
the
mean,
big
it's
name that
like
he brings.
uh, it's the Browns all over again. Do we jump on the quarterback opportunity or don't we? Do we grab the hype guy? Do we not? And uh, it's a hard decision to make. But I say if we don't go with a quarterback, I say that we go with a vet and we focus on replacing Myles Garrett and recuperating additional draft picks. Who knows, maybe Myles Garrett can be used during the draft as draft bait for more picks in the earlier rounds. So there's a lot that can happen, I
Right.
think.
If he does get, hold on, I'm gonna try to try to change my thing. Maybe if I try to like, maybe resolution. Oh, stop. Okay, sorry. Um, if we do get more picks, sorry, in the draft, that's I think gives us even more initiative to not have to worry about a quarterback because there are some quarterbacks, right? Like maybe Will Howard or somebody later on in the draft that we can look at.
Yeah. And again, they can use, if Myles wants to be traded, he's definitely leveraged to grab some earlier picks. So there's just a lot that can happen. No Sanders. We have enough chaos without Pop's button. And yeah,
Why
it's,
do I have to have an echo?
I
Wait,
don't
I think
know.
if I talk like this, and see, hello, does it sound better if I? No, it's worse. Not gonna say. Ugh! 3 years and I still can't get it right. Ooh. Sorry, guys. That's why we only get 2 subscribers every 3 months on YouTube. Da-da-da-da-da.
The echo is gone,
Okay.
according to MC Lawrence.
All right, let's see. Woo, we got somebody right here. Take Abdul Carter, 26 and Yvette quarterback. How about Matt Stafford?
No,
Oh, there
no,
we go.
no, no,
I hate
no,
his
no,
wife. Matt
no,
Stafford's wife is blowing it. Get off
no.
our
I was
podcast.
just watching a video about this. There is no way in hell that Stafford is coming to Cleveland. One, like his wife, like she always has a lot to say, and I don't see her wanting to come to Cleveland. I don't know.
Oh my God, I don't want to have to beat her up, right? We don't need
That.
that. We don't want that drama. We're not looking for that drama. No, I don't like her. She has a big mouth. We don't need that. She talks too much. And besides, I don't want a quarterback that let his wife make him look like a little bitch like that, like she does.
Oh,
Right
some of
here.
the things that were said, I was just like, oh, so you initially hooked up with him to get his first string quarterback mad or something like that. Wasn't that the story? That's
Yeah,
terrible.
she was like, she slept with the backup quarterback to get Matt Stafford, remember?
Yep, and Mike is right. He would be too expensive. He is a Super Bowl winning quarterback, so I would assume that he would have a higher price tag as well. And does he really want to come and play for a team that's not under a dome and he's getting older? I mean, he's kind of ancient in quarterback years now, too.
Yeah, but we're getting a dome. You know what song I just have in
Yeah,
my
like
head
in
right
4 or
now?
5 years, he'll be long gone out of the league by
Okay,
then.
we could talk about this for a little bit. We could wrap our head a little bit about Daniel Jones. Yeah, I mean, I would take Daniel Jones and a pick in the draft with a veteran quarterback with Daniel Jones for a year. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him do some good things with the Giants. He's pretty mobile and he's done a few things. I mean, he didn't get paid for nothing, but he also got paid too much for compared to what, maybe Saquon did. But I mean, maybe some of that has to do with him having a hell of an agent. Who knows? But anything would be better than what we just had this year, I believe. I mean, you can't get too much worse. I think we already hit rock bottom with giving a quarterback a fully guaranteed contract. That I think was that's the rock bottom. It's only up from here, Yvette.
This is true. What about what's his name?
Kirk Cousins?
Oh gosh. Okay, we could talk him first, but I wasn't thinking about Kirk Cousins. But yeah, let's talk about Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins over Daniel Jones. Who would you rather have?
I would say that's hard. Because Kirk Cousins didn't have the best year with the Falcons. So that's hard. I would like to see a Kirk Cousins maybe when he was with like the Vikings Kirk Cousins, or maybe a Commanders Kirk Cousins. but I don't know how I feel about the current Falcons Kirk Cousins.
Okay. Somebody brought up a name over here that I don't know what the Steelers are doing. I know there's some drama going down too with the Steelers and Russell Wilson. That I wanted
he's
to
not
dig
coming
into
back.
that T. Do you know what the T is on that by any chance?
I don't have the T on that. I just know that
Okay.
he's not renewing.
Oh, he's not okay. Because I seen that come
He's
up,
not
but
coming
I
back.
was like wondering. I know that they're having those issues, and I don't know what's going on with Justin Fields there. But is there any chance for Justin Fields to come over to Cleveland?
I don't know. I mean, maybe, but I don't see maybe the Steelers wanting to do a deal with us considering we're in the same division. So that might be a blocker.
Yes. Hopefully you never mess with the family.
No.
You know what I mean? You keep it like if I hope they keep that same thing with Myles Garrett. I hope they don't trade him anywhere in the AFC North if he does go anywhere because
Nowhere in
that
the
would be
AFC.
messing with the family. Like you don't mess with the wives, and you don't mess with the girlfriends, and you don't mess with the kids, right? You keep it out of the AFC North.
Yep. I think
So,
is Justin Fields a free agent? Let's see.
oh my gosh, I can't believe I can't think of this guy's name, and I'm so embarrassed to say it. Who it is?
Who?
The quarterback.
Who are you embarrassed to talk about?
I'm embarrassed to think of it that I forgot the guy's name for a second. I'm gonna brain fart.
What does he
Um,
look like? I'm just trying to
he's like
think.
the quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings this year.
Oh shit.
He was like
Oh,
stuck toward the
Sam
end. And
Darnold?
yes. Oh my God. See, yes.
See, Sam Darnold, he was I think he was drafted the same year as Baker. They could have picked
He
him.
was. He was.
Yeah.
And yes. And Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson and that whole amazing that whole quarterback class that they say is coming up in the draft next year. It
I could
was
see
kind of
Darnold
like in the draft
being,
last year, right? That last
yeah.
year had a great quarterback class with Jaden Daniels and
I
Caleb
think
Williams.
I think Sam Darnold has developed nicely. He did not perform on the big stage there, but he did some really great things with the Vikings and had people thinking for a minute, just a hot quick second, whether they should bring back JJ McCarthy or keep him.
Right, exactly.
So I mean, he's definitely a step up from what we've had. So I'm open to it. What do you say?
So let me ask you this: Sam Darnold, Kirk Cousins, or Daniel Jones?
I say Sam Darnold because he's younger. He's still a veteran, I guess, and he's young enough to still, you know, develop further
Yeah.
if needed. But I would say Sam Darnold. What
Is it
about you?
anyone but Kirk Cousins? It's just Kirk Cousins has no swag. I cannot deal with Kirk Cousins. He has no swag.
he's
He has
square.
none. I can't. None. Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, who wouldn't want to bring Flacco back? I just look at Charlie just said Flacco.
I don't think he wants to come back, right? Didn't he already say that he doesn't want to do that anymore?
I didn't hear, but if so, that really sucks, man. They really blew that one.
So is the conversation over about Dak Prescott? I know there was talk about him being potentially on the trading block.
Trading block. I could see maybe Dak Prescott coming to Cleveland in a trade with Myles Garrett because Myles is from Dallas.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's out in the NFC. It sends him back home. And then we get a quarterback that, I mean, again, it couldn't be any worse than what we had.
Okay, so let me ask you this: Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins, the other two.
I would have to say it's between Sam Darnold and Dak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones, and who's the Kirk Cousins? Yeah. Kirk Cousins, like I said, he's at the end, and he's in
Dak
no
is
Swagville.
expensive.
No Swagville.
Oh, Kirk Cousins, yeah, no.
Well,
no swag.
Like Baker Mayfield had swag, right?
He did. He had swag. He had grit. He had all that. I feel like as far as like that Cleveland grit, he kind of embodied that and that underdog mentality, and I miss that part of him very much.
Jameis Winston had swag, right?
Yeah, but it's so different with him. Like he has swag, but he has like he's hilarious. I don't know. There's no other way to put it. Like he sounds like a reverend. I would call him Reverend Winston before the games because he looked like he was preaching in church right before the game. But yeah, he's a trip. Right before that snow game, I was talking shit. I'm not gonna lie when he was doing his little pregame thing, and I was like, listen to Reverend Winston, and then he went out there and balled out in the Snow Bowl. So that was awesome. I'll give him that. And if anything, I just feel like he is a positive energy in the locker room that, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to have him back, but he ain't coming back. Did you hear what he said about Ohio? I think Cleveland in general. He said that there was a clip of him online talking about how Cleveland has 90 days of the best weather ever. Yeah, so the time of year, he was just talking about the weather and how there's actually only like 90 days of perfect weather in Cleveland, which sounds about right because wintertime. Whew.
Ugh, I know. Well, Jameis Winston was on the mic for Fox like the whole Super Bowl weekend, and
I
he
know,
was
he
the
just
star
bar
of the show,
hopping,
right?
partying, dancing. He was great. He's so entertaining and so fun.
So, what do you think the future is for Jameis Winston? Like, I don't know what's going on with his future with the Cleveland Browns. We know that he is very entertaining. Do you think now he takes that pivot and moves to something like that, being more of a content creator, working more behind the mic, or is he still going to be a backup quarterback?
I still think he has some football left in him, but if he doesn't find any lucrative opportunities, I can see him getting into broadcasting or something crazy like that. He's a trip.
Yes. I was just reading some of these. This, like, we take a high school quarterback, we can do better.
Oh, we got a question here. Would you trade Myles to the Vikings for JJ and picks? Let's forget about the dead cap hit for a moment.
Ooh. I'll go first. I think I would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see why not. It gets him out in the NFC. It gets us a quarterback. It gets us some picks. We need to recuperate those picks
Yeah.
that we lost with Watson. That's the big thing. So that's why I feel like there's going to be some moves made on draft day.
I agree with you. It's like we have to like let it go, like that team, and we know that we're back here again at the rebuilding phase, which we don't want to be at, but
Again,
still, he wants out. We got to take what we can and try to make lemonade out of lemons, right? Or lemons out of lemonade. Or
lemonade out of lemons.
Yes. So yes.
Yeah, I just
Thanks for
think
the question about it.
they should just give Myles what he wants, but make sure that they get like top dollar for him. Like get those picks, get that money. Like
Yeah.
we got to recuperate what we lost on that other quarterback. It's ridiculous.
Right.
But are you grabbing this time?
What do you guys think? Wait, hold on.
Babe.
Like, okay. Yes. Jones is in a bad situation, is young athletic playoff experience. Yeah. We're talking about Daniel Jones there? Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Daniel Jones, Malik Neighbors still was awesome in New York,
Yeah.
when they get
I
there.
mean, yeah, when you have a receiver that's talented like that, I mean, you can have a mid quarterback and still get some decent production out of them.
Yeah.
Because they're able to create separation and get that ball. So, yeah. I'm sure once the Giants get their guy, he'll be just fine. Wasn't
You
he
know
your
what's
fantasy guy?
you know what I was thinking? Which one?
Like Neighbors.
I had him in some of my fantasy leagues, yes, and he was someone that I thought that was at the beginning of last year compared a lot to Roma Dunze on whether or not who was going to be better, and it looks like I think maybe Malik Neighbors turned out to be the better wide receiver, right, on that
Yeah,
end.
I'll agree with
So
that.
yeah, yeah, I'm curious, like to see going into this draft, you know, who turns out to be the best over there.
Yes.
Sorry, I think my echo came back and I feel self-conscious about it. As you can tell, I also have noticed that this is something that I did not do on purpose, and it was before. You guys can look back because I have the receipts. Is that the Bougie Sports colors are pink and green, which we're wearing tonight. Like you have the pink background, and I have the green shirt on because I just did this because the Eagles, because I'm cheesy like that. And it's also the colors of Wicked, but we did it first with the pink and the green. I just want to say that.
You just had to throw that out there.
Yes, because we did do it first.
We
Well,
did.
we had the color of green before I did, but I'm like, there goes everybody. Stop watching. All of a sudden, the views are like,
I'm like, okay, no more.
loading. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, so we have been talking already for an hour and 12 minutes. I want to thank everybody that has been watching us, especially with my echo that I do hear. So thank you
I
for
can hear it.
staying along and sticking with it. One day, and those of you guys that are watching now, remember when we don't have echoes. Right, Lysandra?
Absolutely.
Yes.
One day. I
One
swear I
day.
had no echoes when I came on, so I don't know.
Well, I hope that you guys were still able to watch it despite the echo and just thought of it as my auto tune. As always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. Please check out Bougie Sports. Bougie Sports. Don't check out that. I mean, you can, but I don't know what you're finding there. But at bougiesports.net, you'll find me and Lysandra and all the other girls that are part of the team and see a little bit about what we have coming up for you.
Yep.
I am going to be bringing on, I think Lana's going to come on with me on my next show next week because we are going on a special date this weekend and we're going to talk a lot about that.
A romantic date.
Yes. Yeah, and I'm also wearing green, and that's kind of a clue about what it is, Um, uh, tapping it in, I'd tap that. That's another clue. Yes.
Leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. The squad pod is still coming to you every first Tuesday
Yes,
of
sir.
the month. Just like your period.
Oh my god. Oh, Yvette, yes. Beginning of the month.
Yes, for sure.
Coming at
I
you.
think we have Heather coming back with the college football just because football's over doesn't mean we're done. Posh is going to, it ain't over yet, UFL. And Sherry, you can find her on the Elf Network and with us on our specials. Did I plug everyone?
I think you did.
I have a Wicked song stuck in my head.
Sounds like you got a movie to watch when you get off.
Sound like it does. It's coming to Peacock really soon. Anything you have to say before we go off? I would
No,
talk way
just
longer if I didn't hear an echo, but
hey. There is no, I swear I don't hear an echo. I just want to say thanks for having me on here. And like Yvette said, just catch me and Lana on the Squad Pod on the first Tuesday of every month. And we have some fun stuff planned. So stay tuned.
can't wait for that. Thank you guys so much. and keep it classy. Bye.
Bye.